Hello, my beautiful audience, and welcome to Ville. If you like this content, please leave a like and subscribe, or maybe even a comment to let me know. Enjoy the video. Hello, my beautiful audience, and welcome back to Ville. I'm very excited to get into this episode and kind of get this building done, so we're going to go ahead and get on to it. I received a series of comments from someone who goes by Trash Neon. They've commented on my videos before, and I really appreciate the feedback, believe me. But they left a comment identifying that there may be something I've done incorrectly, and I will admit, if I do something incorrectly, I will admit that I've done it incorrectly. They claim, I'm going to put that up here as a weasel word, I'm not saying that they're wrong or anything like that, I don't know yet, but I'm going to say they claim that you make more money if you use the compressor as opposed to just recycling the straight goods. I thought the compressor would just be for taking up less space in a vehicle, being able to transport more trash just by standard, which in and of itself is useful. But if it is true that you do make more money when using the compressor, selling compressed goods, then it is going to be highly beneficial for me to get that up and running as soon as possible. Once again, right there, I just saw that the hammer was actually not swinging when I wanted it to swing. I wonder if there's like an internal cooldown or something. Oh, right there it is again. I just wonder if there's like an internal cooldown that's like breaking something. But here we go. We'll get this demolition job done, and then we'll use the rest of this episode to actually experiment with the trash. So let's get this done as quick as we can so we can kind of get to that. Go. And of course, I'm not going to go back and like restart the game and like bring myself back to where I am or anything. If I did, jump the gun on selling the trash from the office, it is what it is. I'm going to live with it. It was a decision I made at that time, and I felt that it was the correct decision at that time. So I'm going to leave it as the correct decision at that time, regardless of what new information arises. I will simply make the best of what I have going forward, and that would just be that. I also read through a couple of comments from the same person identifying that the game actually intends for you to take out loans, which actually is surprising. It's extremely unintuitive. When they put in front of you the option to pay with cash or buy with loan, I assumed that buying with a loan was going to be worse because I'm taking a loan up front. But it actually does make sense the more I think about it. From a game design perspective, it could be done a little bit better. Say like it's a loan that ends up getting like forgiven or something like that, or they point you in that direction from the get-go. You know, there's a few things that could be done a little bit better from a game design perspective, very specifically. If that is the case, or if that is the intended path that the developers want you to take. Don't get me wrong, I don't think that my way is more correct or anything. I have a very specific style of playing financial simulators like this, especially. I will not take a loan unless it is absolutely necessary, or if I'm trying to accomplish like a very specific goal that I can see the loan being paid off from. Like, for example, a great example is farming simulator. If I am building out my farm from the very get-go, of course I'm going to take out a loan so I can make sure I get the best equipment for the job up front. I might do like challenge runs here and there where I will not do that, but most of the time if I'm just starting out, I'll still take out the loan just because I know that I can get that loan paid off very quickly if I have the money from that loan to buy better equipment. That mostly just comes from knowledge of the equipment itself. I know that there's a return dividend on taking out that loan, so I know that that's going to be a sure thing. But if there's ever a case where I don't think it's going to be a sure thing, I'm going to have to take the high road and just work my way to getting that item without the loan. Now, of course, if there's a case where a loan is basically required to buy something, then I may change up that that perspective. I don't have like a great example off the top of my head, but a side example, I should say, not really a direct example of what I'm talking about, but a side example is kind of like the houses in, sorry to say Farming Simulator again, but that's not right, Animal Crossing. Now, I do apologize. I haven't played New Horizons or any of the new Animal Crossings. I literally am talking about the one from like 2001, 2002. That's the only one I've ever actually played in detail. And I do remember that, like in the beginning, you come into the town and you meet Tom Nook, and he quote unquote sells you a house. But realistically, that it's just poor financial planning on the player's part, in my opinion. But you have no house to speak of or nowhere to stay to speak of when you show up in town. That's not exactly a way that I would go about it. I don't know why it wouldn't let me. Maybe it's because I'm not standing on it? Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not standing on it. It's not detecting the perimeter. But you go into debt with Tom Nook, and he kind of keeps you in debt for the entire game. So, I mean, when it's unavoidable like that, it changes the perspective. And, of course, like when there's challenges, like in Roller Coaster Tycoon, where you start in debt and you have to work your way out of it, of course I'm able to do something like that, but that's because I think of everything as I want a loan or more debt to be the last possible thing I do. An excellent example are the power generators in Farming Simulator. Totally optional, just like everything in Farming Simulator. But if you want to make real money, that's how you do it, is you start getting into like the solar panels and the wind turbines. But you all but have to take a loan to get at least the first couple of them placed. So that's a great example, is going on both directions. I have to take the loan to place it, but I also know that there's going to be a dividend there, a guaranteed dividend where they're making money passively for the farm, for not only to pay off their loan, but also get in the future. That kind of echoes into this game. My playstyle kind of shadowed over me looking at the game and how it's supposed to be played is what I'm thinking happened. And yeah, that's again, I'm not gonna go back and like replay the game or anything and get back to where I am now to make it look like, oh yeah, I did everything correctly. No, I'm not gonna do that. Making mistakes like that is what makes games like this truly alive in the community. Because if I make a mistake that's a mistake to somebody else, it could be the correct way to play for me. So, you know, there's no such thing as a wrong way to play a game like this, an open-ended game like this. Maybe I do just want to do nothing but grind out the money and do it all myself, not have to worry about loans. But I could definitely see how the loan system is an absolute boon to make the gameplay go a little bit faster. I'm just more willing to grind it out than put up with the extra cost of having the loan. Oh man, this is really not happy with me. There it goes. Yeah, it seems like the ones on the floor especially are having a real hard time. But I've always had a little bit of a hard time with all of them. It seems like there might be some weird clipping going on, maybe with the ground, I'm not sure. So yeah, if you see this video and you're sitting there thinking, but Rash, I played it the way you played it and I did fine, that's perfectly fine. There's nobody's going to tell you did it wrong by any means. I just want to know, are there other ways to play the game other than the way I have done it? And if there are, then that might be something worth showcasing if someone else hasn't seen that information or understands it. I saw that there was a subreddit for this game. I may have to join it and kind of look into what all is going on. I'm on the Farming Simulator subreddit. I kind of keep up with that almost on a daily basis. It's usually what I do when I'm between different things at work, such as if I'm waiting for a computer to image, or if I'm waiting for it to come up to start imaging. Sometimes that can be like anywhere between a 15-minute to an hour process. So sometimes I'll just sit there on Reddit and browse through the new posts until I can do something again. Before you ask if there's something else I can be doing when that happens, yes, there is. There's lots of things I could be doing. It's not that I'm shirking what I should be doing by going to Reddit. It's more like I need that thing to be done, and I need it to be done at high priority, so I want to be there and sit there and watch it. Therefore, I'm going to need something to pass the time while I do so. Yeah, don't read into that as I'm sitting at work looking at Reddit on my phone all the time. I don't see anything. It's because we're bashing. No, that's not the case. It's more like I just need something to distract me while I'm waiting for something to load that's very important for me to watch it load. There it goes again. What is it that causes that? Maybe it is something weird with the collision. I just saw this. Go. So that means that that I've picked up all the trash now. I'm just trying to get this done as quickly as possible. I just realized I am so sorry. There we go. I wish I had a way I could just have that autoplay when I boot up the game. That'd be really nice. I'm sure there's an upgrade or something that you can get to require fewer swings on a demolition. I'm sure the way that I'm doing the skills is also a little bit odd. I'm trying to aim for like a little bit of everything, but it does seem like you can aim for just one or two skills and like max them out so that you're really good at one particular kind of job. There we go. Everything's done. Everything's demolished. Lot is now clear. Go. Mission progress 100%. 25,000 money. Okay. And we're going to take this stuff to the pawn shop. And of course, I do have some trash here that I can sort out, and we can kind of test out which one sells better, or if they... I have a theory as to why it may appear to sell better, but I want to see the numbers before I start rattling off stupid theories. Alright, so that pawn shop, there it is. There's one right here. I'll grab that one on the way back to the office, and then we'll sort out this trash at the office and we'll get that done. How is the time? Yeah, it's not passing nearly as quickly. I saw there was a couple of hot fixes that kind of came down. Oh wow. What's the Beatles album called? I'm not a big fan of the Beatles, I'm sorry. I'll listen to them, but it's not something I go out of my way for. And we're going around. There we go. But I do have a theory about what could be causing the illusion of it selling better. I know that when you compress something, it takes like 2 or 3 boxes and compresses them down into one. It makes me wonder if the compressed box only sells for 2 or 3 more times as much as a single box, and it just looks like it sells for more because you have the compressed box, it sells for more. But if it takes 3 of the regular boxes to make it and it sells for the same price as 3 of the regular boxes, you end up with the same amount gained. So that's what I'm going to base it on. Is I'm going to sort it all out, and I'm going to take out 18 of something. I'm hoping I'm going to end up with at least. I went right by where I need to go, and of course it redirected. And no, it didn't redirect. It just spun me around. I think. I don't know. This auto pathing feature seems to be a little bit strange. But anyway, I'm going to take. I hope I'm going to end up with at least 27. Or I'm sorry, not 27. 36 of something. Anything really. I don't really care what. But if I end up with 36 of something, then I'm going to take 36 regular boxes. And I'm going to take 18 regular boxes. And I'm going to take 18 boxes, smush them down into 9, and see if it sells for the same price. That's how I'm going to do it. I thought about just selling everything as compressed and everything as regular, and just see how the prices kind of came out. But I think that would be a little bit more the method I'm referring to now, where I just grab all of it out in one save file. I think it's going to be a little bit more efficient, time efficient for me than having to load up the save afterward and just reproduce what I've got going on. Alright, so we're getting close to 200,000, but I saw that there were like some plots that were getting up into like $700,000-800,000 just for the plot, much less the house you put on it. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back to the office, at which point I'm just going to go, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. And head back here. I definitely think the time progression that was in play last episode, I think that was just like maybe a glitch or a bug. I didn't look at the bug report, and I probably should have. But yeah, it seems like time is passing significantly slower this time, so that's a good thing. Yeah, the time passage from the prior episode, that was weird. Like, that would be unruly to try to deal with, especially if you're working on like a large project, because you have to remember, like, getting back to the office to be able to sleep at the end of the day is kind of arduous when you're up on the other side of town like I am now. Like, this is a bit of a trek, and it would take you, like, as fast as it was going, it wouldn't surprise me if it would take you like all day just to get to the bed. Like, you would start heading that way when it was time to sleep, and then by the time you got there, it was time to wake up. You know, it wouldn't be sustainable. Just kind of watching my mini map here to make sure we're going to the correct way. Yeah, there we go. And of course, if I'm not mistaken, there should be the left turn, like right up here. Yeah, it's not a very large distance. Not a very large distance at all. To be fair, I am, you know, speeding my ass off, but right. Let's take this turn right here. Yep, that's right. That's why I can't go straight across there, because the bumper gets caught on the curb. Alright. Let's go ahead and sleep so that I have plenty of light to see exactly what I'm doing. I did buy the compressor. Good. Couldn't remember if I did or not. Oh, I'm like 15 minutes off of it. Okay, so what I really don't like, I wish there was a faster way out there. I guess you could just kind of go out and like drive along the wall. I still want to know what's going on here. It's clearly like a bug texture or something, but I want to know what happened. Because this looks interesting. It reminds me of like those random skid marks that would show up in like the old Grand Theft Auto games. Good water effect. I like that. Still need to get the garage. It does make me wonder if you got everything on a loan and just fully upgraded the office or something. I wonder what kind of effect that would have on your final finances, because you know you do have to pay back those loans. Maybe I should take out something with a loan just to see how it works, rather than just completely avoiding loans altogether. Not right now though, because we're already in one experiment. We don't need to start another one. Alright. Take this down. Ooh, what's going on with my taillights? That's weird. Like there's something occluding over top of them or something. Okay. I imagine the paper is what I'm gonna get. But I just really hope I end up with something that gives me like 36 boxes, because that's going to be perfect. No, nothing's going to give me 36. Nope. Got 6 there. I guess what I could do is just take like one box and just see what kind of happens with it. Alright, so close auto. Where's the light switch? There, is that the light switch? Can't tell where the damn light switch is. Here? No? This looks like a, yeah, that's a light switch. So I do need the power plant in order to provide electricity. So that's the purpose. So we're not just connecting it to the city grid. We're actually using our own grid. Well, a time like the present, right? Let's see. Furniture set, city compressed machine, and then power. For 45,000. Cut from every gain. Okay, so you don't really make payments on it. You just take less money in as you go forward. I see. Okay. I'll buy this part with cash. Okay. That's got me with some power. Although I am kind of curious as to why. Let's see. Provide electricity to your buildings with them. Okay. Does that mean this has power now? So I guess I have to toggle something on. Aha. And production or storage. Okay. Doesn't really tell me a whole lot. But I guess it works. That still doesn't work. The lights don't work clearly. But this will work. Okay. That turns it on and that compresses. Okay. So let's grab one. This one has 6. Let's put, let me think. Let's put 2 in here. And we'll take a couple of these. Doors, and that compresses. So this will be an apples to apples. So we have one box, one compressed metal that was made from 2 boxes of metal. Let's turn off that generator so I'm not wasting anything. I don't know if it does waste anything. I haven't like filled it with fuel or anything like that, but makes me wonder what that's gonna be, because I don't remember. I think that was gonna be like recycling or something. Maybe that would be like a local version of the factory. Maybe that's what it is. Alright. So based on the way that loans work, if it just reduces your income off of each job, then yeah, it just works exactly like I would expect it to. But if that is the case, and the developers do want you to use that during the tutorial to kind of get all the buildings set up, that's not very intuitive. I feel like there definitely needs to be a little bit more in front of you to kind of explain that that's how they want you to do it, rather than just here's this option. But the way I did it does have its own merits. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to put the 2 regular boxes on the thing, and we'll see how much the ticket is. And then we'll put the compressed on there and see how much the ticket is. And I'll be able to see the 2 tickets separately when I go to the dude. But the first one is there. The second one, here we go. I didn't see the number on the first one, so I'll have to go take this over here and look at them. This is apples to apples. Oh, it does. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. And in fact, not only is it more, that's actually a significant amount more. That's almost double. Wow. Okay. It does make me wonder, like, what happens if you press multiple types at the same time, like if it causes a problem with the recycling. Because I feel like as long as everything is the same type that's pressed into the cube you're feeding in, then yeah, that would make more sense for it to make you a lot more money, because it saves on storage space for them and a whole lot of other things. Also makes me wonder, like, what is the largest size of compression cube can be? Because I just did 2 there, but I imagine there's a possibility of doing more. We'll try it with the paper and see what happens. I'm getting close to time, but this will be my last experiment, is to see like how large of a cube I can make. Okay, so I got waste, glass. Yeah, it seems like paper is the one I have the most of. So let's just grab it and just see how many it lets me place. Because I can't imagine it being overly much. Okay, so you can only place 2 at a time. That's interesting. So I'm guessing there's probably upgrades for it that allow you to place more, because that seems kind of... It's adding an extra step, and there is a bonus for doing the extra step, definitely. But it would take some time, especially with the amount of boxes that I had at when I first cleaned up everything over here. This would have been very time consuming. Actually, you know what, I'm just going to leave this here. So it does mean you need, I'm guessing you'll need at least 2 to do this. I turned off that generator, didn't I? So I guess the generator feeds more power into the batteries than I thought. It does make me wonder, like, what's the... Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, wow, geez, that's feeding into it fast, isn't it? Okay, so I have 2 boxes of glass. So we'll go ahead and do that. So this takes this gameplay level and actually elevates it a little bit. But this does give me more reason to want like just a free form, go pick up trash over here and help clean up the neighborhood or something. I know there's like the open-ended contracts that you can do. Cargo, cleaning, like this one right here. These 2 actually. Yeah, because you could do like these and just infinitely collect garbage like this. So this one I've actually got 4 of, so I'll be able to make 2 compressed with it. And I remember, didn't I see like a video or something where they had like a 3x3 compressor that was compressing all 9 at once? That's what I was basing the original numbers on, doing like the 18 and 18. So I'm guessing there's probably like big updates you can do to this particular building. And I'm guessing eventually it's like gonna be beneficial for me to have a level 1 of every building to begin with. I really don't want to have to take out loans for all of it though. Which again, if I go through that, I'll probably, the grinding that is, I'll probably do that off screen just so you don't have to see it. Let's see if this compresses. This was non-recyclable waste. No, you cannot do that. Okay. So that means I should turn this off. Yeah, that almost completely charged these batteries. I'd like to point out that that's not something that's very realistic. Even a generator of that size, I wouldn't really expect to charge batteries of that size that quickly. by any means whatsoever. I don't know why I'm going in there with this. Go. And I'll go ahead and take this while I'm at it. It's not a big deal. Go ahead and close this. Oh. Okay. Whatever. There we go. Ooh. Almost hit it again. Luckily, these fences are made of like weapons grade unobtainium. I'm telling you. So I know there was like a giant meme years ago about, during the cryptocurrency hype about graphics cards being weapons grade unobtainium. When I first heard it, I thought people were referencing that movie The Core. Because if you remember, the hull of that ship that they went into the core of the Earth with was made of a material called unobtainium. It was a theoretical material that was capable, a real-life theoretical material that was used in the movie to convert pressure into... Was it pressure into electricity, I think? Pressure and heat or something like that? Alright, here we go. And for the record, yeah, I am kind of kicking myself for not looking into that in the first place. But the honest truth is, I'm still gonna stick to my guns. That yeah, it was a mistake, but I want to leave it as a mistake. If you just see like a perfect run, it's not very fun, is it? Wait, I've got paper in that hand. This one. And then this one goes here. And then... It makes me wonder if the loan actually pulls off of these gains as well. I've got a lot of mail. Let's actually check that while we're waiting for those to print. Oh, that's right. This is the one that, this is the one we just did. Sales, loan payment. Oh, it does! Okay. I'm guessing, yeah, that's coming from these. So yeah, in the end, because the loans take out 20% more, I'm still going to avoid them as much as I can unless it's a massive purchase that I need to make. I mean massive. It's going to have to be like gargantuan for me to not consider just grinding out for it. And I got a piece of mail for each one. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. There we go. So yeah, I got a piece of mail for each one of those that I turned in. And sure enough, from everything... So what I'm guessing is it's probably just going to run through the loans one at a time. And just as I get through the loan, it'll automatically switch over and use the other one. And I did actually level up. Did I? No, I just have the points left over from the prior. I'm getting close though. I'm about 4/5 of the way. But that's going to do it for this episode. Have a good one, my dudes. Cheers!